So previously, great. What would be the best place to start? Discovery, you have been, for the past few weeks, in a place known as the Jade Fortress. Something of an extra-dimensional demi-plane that could basically hop from one planar to another. You understood that, it was owned by pirates of a rather universal level known as the Jade Juggernauts, and you'd been hired by a very specific person who had found the plane itself to kind of help him discover the mysteries of what happened to the pirates. They just kind of vanished out of nowhere. During this time period, while you were, doing your archaeology thing and researching and everything, you, there was something of an explosion that caused the entire place to go to shit. After many, many weeks of trying to safely crawl your way out of there, you managed to contact with your lifeline your brother. And your brother came with more friends that then decided to help you out. You guys managed to start infiltrating your way back into the Jade Fortress itself, which actually had taken on a very grim and gloomy demeanor about it, since the 2 days you had been on the outside of the magical dome of darkness that surrounds it. And looking on the inside, you guys tried to, pass the this mode of darkness, and where regular physics didn't seem to apply. After hopping across and trying to go in two different waves, you flying on the back of Sanctus and your and Joy flying right beside you, a wave of darkness came over and attempted to suck all of you down. Luckily, Sanctus made the sacrifice for you and got sucked down in your stead and managed to get you to safety in the meantime. You guys eventually just decided to go in after him to make sure that he was safe, and you found yourself in a room of some sort with a pure black ball of energy that kept that kind of radiated the darkness around it. After each of you, during this room, you found that three specific people of you, specifically the ones that are still here in this game today, Discovery, Joy, and Tori, had a very strong sense of mortality as you approached the sphere. One by one, going up to the sphere, you found that it was a magical crypt of sorts that brought people that you knew from your past in some form of another that you understood had died back to life and bonded them to you. And now they were here. Continuing on from there, the room collapsed around you, where you found yourself at something of an underground cathedral that was still in the process of being made. Entering in and heading down the stairs, you found yourself in a mine of sorts, where there was a number of rather uncouth, undead-like gentlemen mining away on some sort of project down here that, you promptly interrupted by just kind of walking in, and then they all looked at you and started attacking. And that's where we pick up, is everybody is currently in the center of a blitzkrieg of sorts, fighting for their lives, but at the most inconvenient of times, this thing popped out of the walls. Just seems to have unfolded from reality itself. And in one singular flash, its tendrils gripped the three closest people to it, Sanctus, Jacob, and Sieg, and sucked them into nothingness with merely a single bloop of water. And then it vanished. And that happened right next to you, Tori. So now we're continuing an initiative.
Shit.
Let's find that melty little eyeball fucker.
It's not my fault.
Kill it.
Shit. Luria, you're in charge. As he will hand over a wand of magic missiles to Gloria.
How dexterous is this pseudopods? We'll figure it out, won't we? I forgot I do need to roll for Gloria, which I do actually have a stat sheet for her.
And I move 15 feet in this way while you're doing that. Looking around. That one looks dead, I hope. 15 out of 25. If I move another 15 this direction. Oh, there's a lot of people actually.
Yeah, there's a ballroom blitz happening
Oh
in
my
here.
gosh, there's people up here too.
Yeah, there's so many people.
Huh. Okay.
The hands in the back and the grace of crack in his eyes were as red as the sun.
What do these people look to be wearing, and are they like holding what kind of weapons are they wearing? Is it like melee weapons or range or wands?
So the two kind of pointy-eared, top-knotted gentlemen in the back, big and bulky, look like they are wielding some sort of mace in their right hands. They also look like they have particularly sharp fangs. That said, oh no, you didn't see it.
Correct.
There is, their eyes are kind of glowing red, and they themselves don't appear to actually be wearing any manner of armor. They're just kind of jacked.
Are they floating, or are they just standing on the ground?
They look like they're just standing on the ground.
Okay. Well, let's see what happens when I do this, as I will snap my fingers, and a blue gem tattoo will appear on my forehead as an abyssal hum or chant will start to play. Does anyone understand the abyssal? I don't think so, right?
Let me double check. No.
I believe Joy does. He should, or else he's sucks.
But for now, I think since I can only move 10 more feet, I will move. Let's see, actually.
Never mind. Joy's just a dumb bitch, I guess.
Can you at least speak Infernal?
He speaks Infernal, but not Abyssal.
I'll just move over to the side of Joy, and I will take the dodge action for now. Do these people react to the
Eyeball,
the tattoo?
The tattoo.
Let's see.
Um,
Oh, okay. Oh, you're talking about specifically the Jade Champions tattoo.
Correct.
They do not.
That in Abyssal it just goes, fight, 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 fight.
Yeah, they
Alright.
they don't seem to react in the way that you would have hoped. They do seem to understand the chanting of fight.
Okay. But that is me for now.
Neat. Who do I have here? Oh, okay. Here we go. That's unfortunate. She was so far back. Let's see if she can get in here. Oh, no, she's got 35. She can get 20 right here. I mean, you know what?
She can stay right there and not get in danger if she'd like.
She could do that, but I mean, she's already here, and she kind of knows what their shtick is. So she points to the one that's just cast that awful blight thing on. She just points to the one that cast that awful blight thing on Joy, and she mutters something under her breath. As you see these kind of psionic waves pop out from her, and these flowers grow up from the stone beneath her feet. She is going to try to... Oh no, okay. Well, you see her, she takes this massive vine out from the ground. It just kind of grows out of nowhere. And she tries to whip it at the creature. It does not... It seems to wildly miss as she rolls a natural 1 to hit. So I'll just put this right here. This is... vines. And it just... You saw it lash out and try to attack that. Oh, that was that. That's unfortunate. It is the degenerate's turn.
Oh, we love that name.
And are they the only stat blocks that I didn't? No, I did. I brought him up because I am smart. All right. And discovery. Do you have all of your hit points?
Yes. I haven't been hit yet.
Alrighty, this one's going to come up to you, and he's going to try to. You see this creature's jaw just pop out, and sort of like Predator-esque, it opens in 3 different sections as its rather bulbous-looking eyeballs that appear to have like eyelids around it that's kind of squinting and sealing shut come in, and it tries to chomp into you.
No, thank you.
For a 23.
Motherfucker, even my shield that will hit.
Wow. Well, he... Huh.
22 and less, I can shield and it will be fine.
I need a Constitution saving throw from you as you take exactly 5 piercing damage.
18, but only 5, okay.
18, already. You take only half of this. Oh my god. You take 2. That was already half. You would have taken 4. You take 2 necrotic damage, unless you're resistant. And then nothing bad seems to happen to you.
I don't believe I am, but let me double check things, because I don't remember. I don't think I am. If I am, I'll adjust things.
Alrighty. And the second one will come over, and now that you are missing hit points, it seems to be rather enraged in sort of like a blood frenzy by the smell of blood that's currently oozing off of your open wound, and it is going to make its attack at advantage. That is a 19 with advantage.
Shield.
Alrighty, and it comes over and looks like it's trying to do the same attack, and its jaw just like bounces off your magical shield and doesn't seem to do anything else. Thrall turn. Okay. Okay. He's going to come over to right here, over to Joy. He's going to try to smack Joy around a little bit. You see this person who kind of looks pretty normal at first. They open their mouth and they show these rather very sharp and vicious looking canines and try to bite into you. That is a 22. Does a 22 hit Joy?
It does.
Alright, righty, you take... let's see, you take 4 piercing damage. And... Come on, roll the dice, damn it. And 5 necrotic damage. Does anything come special on that bite? No, not because... No, because he has all of his hit points. Okay, well now he's going to try to hit you with a regular-ass claw attack, which wildly misses. That is an 11. Alrighty. So Gooby is going to make an intelligence check. Alrighty. Gooby is going to use their exactly 20 feet of movement to get up here.
No, Gloria. Gloria.
Gloria. She is going to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She is going to roll a d6. Degenerate number 1. She spins around and goes, and tries to wield the magic wand with her lack of hands, and goes, yeah. It doesn't make any noise. It's just a lot of like wet droplet sounds, and she is going to roll. She is going to roll another d6. 5 charges is what she spends for a 5th level magic missile, correct? That is how the wand of magic missiles work.
I believe so.
As she points out it, and she's going to roll a d4.
Girl.
+1, that's 2 times 7 is 14. As the vampiric degenerate has no defenses versus this sort of magic, and takes that damage right to the face. So now that was the one immediately to your left, or immediately to the west of you, Discovery. I just took that, and now Goopy will just kind of sit on the ground and put what would be her mouth on the wand, trying to get more magic out of it. Christopher. I don't think anybody can see Christopher, but Christopher seems to... Joy, you have a massive, this massive necrotic gash in the right side of your rib cage from when you took that blight from earlier. I think it was 41 necrotic damage or something like that. And you see, you see Christopher kind of also walk up, holding his side oh, okay. And he looks at you, Joy. He's like, oh, okay, yes, that makes a whole lot more sense now. And...
Yeah, it fucking sucks, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, no, this does suck. Hopefully this will suck significantly less, as he is going to put both of his hands together. And this, a little bit of a radiant light will come off of his hands and lay them upon himself. Now, it does look like... You will lay them upon himself.
Ugh. No.
No.
Discovery is giving you a look, Joy.
Keep your hands on your rib cage.
As he heals himself by 30 hit points. Joy, you have been healed by 30 hit points.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh, I really shouldn't get hit.
It may suck. Mind Vessel is dead. I'm gonna remove him from the tracker. What do these guys got? Do they have enough movement speed to get right here?
Good, they're moving closer.
Okay. So it's got 2 of these.
I am dodging currently.
You're currently dodging, so he does have disadvantage on this.
Then let me at him. Let me at him.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
fucking
right.
Dusk is here.
This
Yeah,
is top
that's
of initiative, isn't it? Might as well. This is a great time to roll in, right?
Yes. If I had given her token.
Oh no.
Sorry.
I don't like it when you tackle.
Just real quick. What did you roll? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
3.1.
Outstanding. I'm just going to GM layer you right now. And now we're going to continue this. Alrighty, Tori. So you see this first vampire potato come up, and he raises his mighty mace above your head, and just before it cracks down on you, something else is trying to get into your head, and I need a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh, damn. Okay.
As the other one appears to be chanting something while his brother is coming up to attack.
Mm. 16.
16. What is your save DC on your fucking massive stat block? As you feel your body seize up for just a moment, and you manage to save and move away from the incoming death. As this guy looks like he just tried to cast something on you. But it did not work out. The other one is now going to come down on you with disadvantage. The first one's a 10. Second one is also a 10. Both wildly missing. Joy, your turn.
Hi, Holly. I'm gonna fucking kick this guy in the dick. With my sword.
Kick him in the dick with my sword. The great sword or the the Biden. Go ahead and roll your attack. It's both they're both just attacks.
I don't think I'm wielding my bite right now.
Yeah.
I think I've got my vicious out, actually.
Oh, okay.
Is it gonna roll? Or is my computer going to shit itself uncontrollably? Also, I realized that I'm stupid and I looked at the wrong sheet when I was looking at Joy's languages. He does know Abyssal. He's not as stupid as I thought he was. That being said, he is in fact very stupid.
Joy,
Okay.
you would hear.
I am under no illusion that this man is smart. He is a stupid twink boy.
Joy,
Anyway.
you would have heard when Tori's forehead tattoo, began to glow. You would hear chanting in Abyssal the words, "Fight, fight, 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 fight."
That's easy. Anyway, my first roll to hit is a 20.
Yeah, that hits.
15 damage.
To the guy to your left, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah, that definitely hurts him.
My next to hit is 31
Yep, that hits.
for 16 damage.
Owie. He seems to have been bloodied by that.
And then my dancing greatsword. Oh dear. 15, but it's a natural 1.
Well, I do go by the natural ones always fail for attacks specifically.
Fair.
So the sword comes over and it sticks into the ground between this guy's legs and it goes, "How?" As if he had just barely danced around death itself by dancing around the dancing great sword. Anything else for Joy?
No, that's it.
Alrighty, this one. This might be the last time I ever use vampire stat blocks, because vampire stat blocks are like a mile long. In every single thing that they can do is... Oh god, okay. You get a saving grace, Mr. Tori, as...
Thank you, sir.
as it will narrowly avoid you as this creature in the corner with the scowl and the long hair begins to chant something horrid underneath of its breath. And this square suddenly explodes and erupts from the ground with black tendrils that begin to writhe and lash out at everybody within it. Let's see. Which nothing happens yet.
If nothing happens yet, does it mean that we only saw her chanting something, but nothing has happened?
Well, no, the tentacles have shown up already, but...
Oh, the tentacles,
yeah,
right?
Nothing bad has happened yet. Discovery. Now something happens, because it is the start of your turn.
Okay, what am
I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so you take 10 bludgeoning damage and are now restrained as these tentacles come up from the ground and wrap around you and thrash you all about.
Can I still see?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Discovery's just gonna do a little swish with her sword and cast Steal One Strike.
Ooh.
I haven't had a chance to use this ever before, and I'm very excited.
Wait, all of the attacks will be at disadvantage, though, right?
Yes.
Until you teleport, which is at the end.
Yeah.
Except against some guy, and I have a plus 14 with this, so I'm not too upset. I'll go from left to right or west to east because that lines up pretty damn perfectly. Actually, so 27 on this guy.
Yep, that will hit.
That's my song of victory. Does that count for this?
Does it say weapon attack or does it say attack?
Melee weapon attacks.
Melee weapon attack. So this is a spell attack, so no.
So I'll just check that off. This will be at the guy at normal. Is a 19 hit Scally?
No, a 19 does not hit Scowley, as you see him twist and turn his body and an arcane shield pops up and bounces off of him.
That's my trick. Then
It's also every single level 1 wizard's trick.
then we'll do Joy's friend. 19 hit him.
Joy's friend, yes, 19 will definitely hit him.
Okay, 41 force. Oh, this is the one.
Ah.
And then Tori's friend, 18?
That one will also hit, yes.
Wait, 42!
Wow.
Alrighty.
Don't give Wizard Steel one strike.
You could be anywhere within 5 feet of any of these guys.
Yeah. Oh, I killed one of them. I feel... Do you do flanking in your green narrator?
Nope.
I'll just do a quick little cute little pop over there. I think that's it for me.
Alrighty.
That was so much fun. I'm sorry, I've never gotten to use that spell before.
It's a great spell.
It is.
Tori, it is your turn.
Let's see. I will just move around this guy real quick and stab him in the back real quick if I can.
19 hits.
As I pull out my surfboard from my surfing adventures to strike him quite well on the back of the head. I'm a swashbuckler.
So that is 50 damage.
Looks like it.
Alrighty, this guy is now definitely bloody.
And I will just move on over to here. I'll just move over here actually. Can't really do much with the bonus action, so that will be it.
It's the lady's turn. Now that she has her vine sprout up, she's going to use her bonus action to take a swing at a creature within 30 feet of it. That vampire Ratani boy is looking pretty juicy right now. And she does manage to hit him. He will take 23 necrotic damage, which it doesn't look like it's too effective to him. I really need to stop using this character against other vampires. But he is now restrained by the vine, as the vine now grapples him in place. She then turns the corner and points at the other one, and she will whisper something under her breath. Then these waves of mindfulness go out from her and invade the mind of the creature. So he's going to make a con save. That's a 24, as he takes 11 psychic damage and nothing else bad seems to happen to him. Okay, vampiric degenerate time. And at the start of his turn, in front of you, you will see Discovery. You have wildly fucked up a lot of these guys, and a number of them are down. This one that's in front of you, you see like it has this massive gash where you hit it with the steel wind strike, and it looks like it's like really, really hurting. And suddenly it's not hurting as much as the two halves of its body begin to put itself back together. And it's not bloodied
That's
anymore.
rather rude.
And it turns around at you. And he is going... He's trying his best. He still has advantage on you. Because you are missing hit points. That is a natural 20 on the second roll.
What was the first one?
The first one was a 15 total.
advantage.
Yeah, he has advantage.
Yep, okay. Is it worth it? Nah. Let's see what he can do. I'm not feeling too hurt yet.
Alrighty. That would be 11 piercing damage and another con save. Alrighty.
9.
You do not feel so good, as that bite managed to cut deep into you, and you are now hemorrhaging.
Huh.
We'll figure out what that does later.
It's a special tool that will help us later.
Yes, but with that attack, you also do manage to take... Nope, never mind. Ignore me. Ignore me!
I don't think
That guy is...
any bad vibes until later, y'all.
It's Goopy's turn. She's got 2 charges left on it. Alrighty. She's going to... How many does she manage to do? Oh, she's gonna use the last 2 of them. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, D4.
I'm looking for that lodge back.
Again, the miniature Gluria just really hates the look of these degenerates. And it is going to, like, she's just like, ah, yes, fire! And it's 4 bolts, each do 5 damage, 20 damage total. It looks like all that healing that creature just got is now gone again.
Well done, Gloria.
And go ahead and roll me a d20, Mr. Tori.
There you go.
Alright, it's fine. She just kind of sucks it back into herself. This guy's gonna come over here. It's been a little bit since I've gotten to use this. And he claps both of his hands together. And you see out from under his sleeve, he manages to produce a small dagger. He tries to plunge it into the guy in front of him. Missing! Second attack! Barely hitting. Alright. It's only a dagger, because he's the peaceful version that doesn't have all of his hands yet. So you see as he plunges this dagger into the side of this creature, and suddenly this radiant explosion, kind of like putting a searing knife into butter, just suddenly begins to burn out, and he does 9 piercing and 24 radiant damage.
You know, I was about to ask you what the fuck you were doing as a wizard, running up with a dagger, and now I see. Carry on.
And he looks back at you with like that coy look, and he says, "Well, I could say the same thing about you, love, Mr. Mr. 15 Bard."
He did not just call Joy love.
Alrighty.
Joy.
No.
He's immediately sours and he turns away.
Let's remember who our enemies are right now.
Ikate.
I am remembering who my enemy is.
Ikate, I need a strength save from you. This will determine how badass you enter the fight.
Alright,
Okay, hold on. Do we really hate
Ooh!
about that? I think Akate would roll a natural 20 on that.
So,
She rolled a nat 1.
normally...
Yeah, well, you know what? I beg to fucking differ.
Well, so that just is that normally, like, Akate by herself is really good, but, you know, she's been in, like, the shit for quite some time. So, guy out of the ceiling, crashing down, like a hawk with a snake in its talons, rolling in from the ceiling and crashing onto the ground. Akate, you and the burb will take... Wow! That is really high! That's really high rolls for the dice I rolled. You and the bird take 25 bludgeoning damage and land prone as this beast currently has both of you in its clutches, and it smashes you through the roof of this cave and onto the ground. That is the worst thing that could have happened.
Oh. Leave it to me.
And you just hear it go. As it's
A perfect distraction from Joy being referred to as love by his ex-boyfriend and a murderer.
Ah, yes. Oh, you live some, you kill some. Ikate, it's now your turn.
No.
That's fair enough. Ikate is going to push herself up and kind of shake herself off. Despite the rather rough landing and the circumstances at hand, she is grinning that wild grin that many people have come to know her for. And she's going to swing around her sun flail to start bashing in this bat creature.
I don't know if I control Z'd, but there it is again. It is a pretty It is a pretty large, angy bat boy.
It looks like a bigger cousin of Sam. Slightly uglier too. But you know that I might be biased.
Only slightly.
Only slightly, yeah.
Like 1%.
1%. Yeah.
Alrighty, both of those would hit.
Hog. Go ahead and put 2 first-level divine smites in him as a little taste.
Those are such bad smites.
No, these are the smites.
They're
The rest of the
smites.
last 2 ones were just the improved divine smite.
Oh yeah, I guess Imniri would have stood up, and since she's no longer riding them, I haven't actually used Greater Steed before. Can the mount actually attack or no?
So I would say normally no, but with Find Greater Steed, it gives them an intelligence to be able to comprehend languages and understand people. So I would say yes for Find Greater Steed.
Okay, then in that case, Imniri, which to describe her really quickly is essentially just a golden griffin. She has the head of an eagle, the back quarters of a lion, and instead of the white feathers an eagle normally has, so she's golden all the way through. Some might even consider her made of sunlight, but you know. She's going to beak and claw at the creature, probably about its size. Yeah, they're about the same size.
And unfortunately, both the beak and claw would miss the Shane Beast.
That is fair enough. Well, that is Akate.
After your turn, Shane Beast is going to take some legendary actions.
Oh my.
Shame Beast. I didn't actually name this one, so I'm actually... let's see, within 5... Okay.
You brought in a legendary monster.
Aw,
Yeah.
Damn it.
I need a dexterity save from both of you. Both the Emir, Imnir, and Kate.
What about me? I'm right there too.
Oh, yes, from you as well, I suppose. Oh my god. The only one that failed was Tori.
Oh dear.
With the plus 12.
I know, right?
Alright, Tori. You are knocked prone as it flaps its wings and the shockwave comes out from it as you take 10 bludgeoning damage and 6 thunder damage.
Is that all I have because of evasion?
Yes, it would be because of evasion.
So 16 to 8.
So 5 and 3. So 8, yes. Ekate, you and Inmir would also take 5 and 3 because you saved and are not knocked prone.
How does Gluria look after that?
Gluria dissolves a little bit.
But not all the way, right?
No, in fact, it's like a golf ball sized chunk out of like a bowling ball.
Oh, that's still actually pretty big. Noted, though.
Alright, at the start of these guys' turn, you guy that is currently in the clutches of the grass. Fucking, what the fuck did I call this arm?
Divines.
Fucking the twig blight arm. I don't remember when I named it that. Is now healing as he begins to put his body back together, although not enough to be more than bloodied. He's gonna look at his brother, who his brother also heals a little bit, although significantly less. No, not minus, plus. Now I have to add that back. Okay. And, well, he was going to focus on somebody else, but he's seen that somebody can do radiant damage, so he goes and points over at... so he's gonna go and point over at Christopher. Christopher's gonna make a wisdom save. Christopher has rolled a 12.
Christopher's a little bitch.
I mean, he is now.
Christopher
He is.
is...
Christopher is certainly not in his prime at the moment.
Yes, Christopher is unfortunately not in his prime at the moment. And Joy, you just realized why. Because for some reason, hold person works on him.
God. Hate that.
As he, and by extension now you, are paralyzed.
No. God. Fucking damn it. That sucks.
And that was brother. Oh man. I didn't initially have them coming in as brothers. I just put 2 of them in here to balancing reasons. He's gonna take up his big flail and swing down once and twice at him. Wow, he didn't even need advantage on the first one, but yeah, that's both hits against Christopher. As this vampire that looks like it got burned away with some of its radiant. The radiant not working as much as you think it should on a vampire, but it still very clearly pisses him off. As he bites in with his first attack, and then he slams into him with his enchanted mace with the second attack, and both manage to crit. 9 piercing damage. You also take this 9 piercing damage, Joy, as well as 19 necrotic damage. Your maximum hit points are also reduced by 19. And he seems to heal significantly from landing that bite.
Oh no, it's just that vampire shit.
Yeah, vampire shit. Now that's a really nasty bite. And because he didn't die from that, then the next bad thing doesn't happen. Alrighty. And then for the mace, which manages to also crit, that is 12 bludgeoning damage, and then also 12 bludgeoning damage to Joy. And he needs to make a constitution save, which he makes by a long shot. Alright, so nothing else bad happens with that.
You said what else? What other damage does Joy take?
12 bludgeoning.
The 12 bludgeoning. Ouch. Joy.
How you looking?
90 out of 133.
Alrighty. And Joy, because it's technically affecting both of you, at the end of your turn, go ahead and make a wisdom save.
Oh my god.
Come on, Joy. Come on.
Wait, they start their turn in the tentacles though.
Oh yeah, wait, just before you do that, I forgot the tentacles were still up. You do take 8 bludgeoning damage from the tentacles and are now also restrained by the tentacles. That is
82 out of 133. Also, that's a 1. I rolled a 2.
Oh! Perfect.
Just got healed these two.
You guys are perfect for each other. Lacking wisdom saving throw proficiency and everything.
There. Oh, no.
It has Tory prone at its feet, but it also sees discovery as a major threat.
Thank you.
What's up? I'm gonna stab you later.
He's going to come down on you twice with 2 different attacks.
Hey, no problem. You do you.
Because it's just easier that way. He has advantage. They have advantage.
That they do.
And the first one is a crit.
Okay.
Ooh, wait, Guardian Emblem, haha.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Comes down here on you and slams into you with his fist.
Do I have to claim Uncanny Dodge before I see the damage?
So I would say after you see the damage, but if I say the damage of the next attack and it's less, you don't get to claim Uncanny Dodge for the former attack.
Oh, that's fine.
That makes sense.
Like this is so once I tell you the damage of the attack, then that is your opportunity to avoid.
No problem.
Alrighty. You take 12 bludgeoning damage from it and are now grappled.
Yee. I don't like that. Alright. I'll just take the damage. 12.
Alrighty. And then is going to try sink his teeth into you.
I don't like.
Not the gold, blade.
Blade.
Snack, but not that type of snack.
That is 23 to hit.
Hey, I'm taken already.
He said,
Hands
Go.
off.
As he noms into your neck, and you take 6 piercing
I'll uncanny dodge this.
and 12 necrotic.
Oh, yes, definitely.
So that is 3 to 6, so 9. Yeah, that is that.
So how much was it? Was 3 and 6?
Yeah, so 3 and 6, 9 total. And your maximum hit points reduced by 6. And it's
Alright.
Discovery's turn.
Huh. Who's the one who did the whole person?
This one over here, I think.
No, this one that's currently grappled by the thingy.
My bad.
Other one already used this whole person.
How's the guy in front of me looking?
He's looking about as damaged as he was before he took that second level magic missile to the face. So he's looking pretty bad. He's like, bloody.
So, just double checking. If I wanted to vicious mockery because of my extra attack sort of feature, I can do a vicious mockery at this guy and at this guy, at this guy, and then take a swipe at this guy, right?
Yes. So one is a cantrip, the other attack from your extra attack is an attack. Yeah.
Sweet. So, seriously, you got caught by that? Just a lovely little vicious mockery at the one who's holding person, please.
Alrighty. And he... God, I got too many. Which one are you? I got too many of these open. Oh, I can close this out now that all those ones are dead. Okay, yeah. You guys killing these things are the most gracious thing that you could have done to me. He rolled a 12.
So 9 points of damage, but he does have the thing that, you know what.
9 points of damage, and then a Constitution saving throw to maintain in the membrane. Constitution saving throw is a 21.
Fuck. Oh well, sorry do I try and swipe with the 9 life stealer on this one. And I have advantage because he's still fairy fired.
He is.
Don't remember who fairy fired.
Who
Was it
fairy
Zilla?
fired?
It was me.
And you're paralyzed.
He's not fairy fired. So it would
Damn.
Tragic.
11 as you.
That's a nat one.
Fwing! I don't do fumbles, but you just kind of go, alright, now you die! And then you envisioned yourself stabbing through this creature's brain and absorbing his soul. But unfortunately, you stabbed through the same hole that you hit before, and it misses.
No, that's just rude. I should have remembered that. I'm smarter than this.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
yeah, he's jittering around.
That's pretty much it.
Alrighty.
How much damage I take because I'm bleeding out?
Oh yes, hemorrhaging. Thank you for reminding me on that. You take 6 necrotic damage from hemorrhaging.
Why am I bleeding so much?
And I forgot that I had a legendary creature on the field, so with his last legendary action at the end of your turn, Discovery, he's going to try to curb stomp the guy who's on the ground. That is a 24 to hit you, Tori.
Yeah, that'll hit.
13 damage, slashing total. And can you be grappled by more than one creature?
Yeah, I think so.
You are now also grappled by the Shame Beast.
That's tragic.
Alright.
Grappled.
Oh, that is funny. Tori.
Indeed. Well.
It's like one of those zombie movies where one guy falls down and then all the zombies pile on top of him.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's pretty awful to see.
Quick
Yeah.
question. If I were to bonus action steady aim to to cancel out the disadvantage from being prone, would I still be able to sneak attack?
You
Or it's
would.
back to normal.
So it would be normal, yes. You wouldn't be able to sneak attack the witch, but you would be able to sneak attack the shame beast.
I'll take it.
Bat of shame.
Nah, get your bloody hands off of me.
Why are you
As
saying what
20 to hit.
20 will just hit.
Just hit. Good to know.
He takes 43 damage.
That's how much I did.
And it's
And I
good.
can't move.
It's gonna fuck over its friend, but it doesn't know it's its friend. It is going to take a reaction because it took more than 30 damage in a single instance. As it reels back in horrendous pain and lets out a screech. So it has two different screeches. This is the reaction one. Lets out a screech. Every creature within 20 feet of the shame beast. So, you, the witch,
joy?
just barely misses this guy, just barely misses this guy. Okay, so Akate and near the witch and Tori. I need Constitution saving throws from all of you.
Uh-oh.
Because it is also now bloody.
I am very confused. Do I need to make a check?
Do you... Wait, how... Oh, you are just in that! Yes.
Fuck!
That is unfortunate.
7 plus 3 is 10.
Done?
Correct.
Didn't
Higher than me.
Didn't we make sure you had proficiency in Constitution saves when we rebuilt you? Did you go behind my back
Hold
and
on.
take away
I
your own
made-
features that we worked
I
so
made
hard
the
to get?
No, hold on. I may have clicked the wrong button. Yes. I made a con check. Excuse me while I make a save.
Use the same dice roll, just add your right modifier, which I think should be a plus 9.
Yes, because that's so much better. 14.
Okay, yeah, that still fails. Kate, you save. Tori,
Sup?
Imnir, Joe. Oh no!
Everyone's dead or dying.
This is bullshit.
Speaking of, how's Gloria looking?
She's about, I'd say, 2 out of 3 presently.
Okay.
13 thunder damage to everybody who failed. Akate, you take nothing. Because this is save or suck. Everybody that failed is now stunned. Joy, you are now paralyzed, restrained, and stunned. This is the worst.
Why did I invite you to come save me again?
Is it Joy's nightmare? What's going on?
Might as fucking well be.
You're.
I mean, Chris is here.
Chris is here. There's all sorts of shit. All sorts of shit's fucked right.
If there is any solace to this, is that all of this has been happening to Christopher as well.
Oh, right, he would be stunned.
Yeah, he is now stunned, technically restrained because I made it so that conditions go over.
Oh, God. I'm suffering. You will too.
It's just the only difference is that he has a vampire in his throat and you're surrounded by tentacles. Whichever one of those is worse.
I don't want to picture that.
Tori?
I think it depends.
I mean, I'm stunned.
Tori, you are
Joy
stunned.
Joy is painfully asexual, so like the tentacles aren't really doing anything for him.
Yeah. I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. The Sheer Beast has got... I suppose the Sheer Beast can't move anywhere and without having to
Do
fucking...
you want to move? I mean, you can.
Wait, 1 second. I forgot to roll for the Vampire Witch. Okay, the Vampire Witch rolled a 3 on the die. Vampire Witch also took that 13 thunder and is stunned.
Stun wouldn't end the concentration, would it?
It would.
Hey, you're not restrained anymore.
You're not restrained anymore.
One condition at a time.
Condition at a time.
And how long is this stun until the end of its turn? Or...
End of your next turn.
Damn. Alright.
Shame Beast is going to turn over to Ikate. Or does it want to keep... No, it hits Ikate. Ikate heard it.
Look at the Kate's face. How could you hide a face as beautiful as that?
It
Go
will...
on.
What? It's going to try to hit you. That's a 17.
No.
Yeah. Next one is a natural 20!
Aw, shame. Yes, that's
Beast! Shame Beast. Sakate, it swipes over you with its massive claws, doesn't manage to get you within its grasps, but it comes down with a bite and sinks it right into the side of your jugular, and you take 17 piercing damage and 25 necrotic damage. As this thing begins to feed upon thee. Does its bite work the exact same way as everybody else's does? Yes. Your maximum hit points are reduced by amount equal to the necrotic damage taken. You lose 25 max hit points. And the Shame Beast looks like it's not bloodied anymore.
Most of the vampires would need good asshole.
I think it's, like you hear Lady Aconite say, I think it's something in the blood.
I suppose, but like, some of them aren't.
So Lady Aconite is going to come over and do something useful. She's going to bonus action squeeze the guy that she has in the vine, the Witch Blight vine. He is going to take 19 necrotic damage. Ah, you bitch. Okay. He is looking at death's door. Then she's going to come over, and as an action, she's going to cast Dispel Magic upon Joy, immediately ending hold person. Unfortunately, you weren't stunned. Oh, that's fine. Degenerate. Degenerate's gonna try to swung at you, Discovery. That's a 23 again, because he still got advantage.
And it no longer hits, because I forgot. Bladesinger gives me a +5 to my 18 AC.
Yeah,
so
that's
AC's now
really...
28.
That's really useful, isn't it?
Yeah. I just have a permanent shield spell, and I can't wait till I hit 18, and that's just free.
Alrighty. And then... Glubria is going to...
Is stunned.
Is stunned, I forgot.
Stay away from danger, Gloria.
How is this going to work? Because she's immune to that.
Wait, am I immune to stunned?
No, I'll go half and half with you. Tori, you can choose which one between the two of you is stunned.
I'll be stunned. Gloria, you're fine.
Alrighty.
Is there any greater love than a cat person and their goo beast?
You died once, I'm not having you die again. Maybe I should have you be stunned, because I don't like you in danger right now, actually.
Oh no, yeah, she is doing some pretty irresponsible things right now.
Too late!
Gloria, no.
As she's going to cast a spell.
You what now, Gloria?
It's not a spell exactly, it's a spell-like effect, as you watch her just... Wait, what's the range on this? I don't think she needed to do that.
That's a good girl. Stay back.
We will, of course, like Gloria back if needed.
Nah, she has to do it. Alright. To get these... To get just this much. As she sprays a stream of acid that the Vampire Witch immediately fails the dex save on, and the Vampire Retainer has disadvantage on from being restrained. Vampire Retainer still managed to save with disadvantage, but will still take half this damage. So the Vampire Retainer takes 7 acid damage, and looks like they're in an incredible amount of pain. It's still not dead. The Vampire Witch, on the other hand, takes 14 acid damage, and is now covered in this sticky napalmy-like goo that looks like it really burns. And Tori, and Tori, you and Gutria both take 5 necrotic damage.
God.
She just sprayed some of herself at him.
5?
5. Christopher, you are...
I don't suppose this guy lost concentration for the whole person?
He wasn't the one that was concentrating on... Oh, wait, no, he was the one that was concentrating on the whole person. Let me roll that. That is...
But it was dispelled already.
Already dispelled, you're correct.
Ah, my bad.
It was already dispelled. Alright, at the end of your turn, Christopher, you have... you are no longer stunned, which means, by extension, Joy, you are no longer stunned.
Eh,
Hey, you get your next turn.
Wait, does that mean... Nah, forget it.
Glurea was never stunned in the first place, so no.
Yep.
So that is the end of Christopher. And once again, the Shame Beast remembers he has legendary actions just before Akate's turn.
Rude.
Another dexterity saving throw from everybody within 5 feet. The Emir automatically fails, Tori automatically fails, Akate, you fail.
yeah, it's pretty bad.
2 of these. You take 7 bludgeoning damage and land prone. That would have been better if I remembered to do that earlier, that way I could hold you down, but now it's your turn, Nakate.
Alright, well, Akate will stand right back up and start whirling her flail about, and with the momentum it is going to start glowing as she activates its radiant head. Just as a small reminder, I'm using Dust Crusher, so
Dust Crusher does
now-
what?
I'll just go ahead and post it for you. Essentially, its radiant head is now active. It's shedding light and is going to do some radiant damage instead of bludgeoning. But yep, she is going to start smacking him again. Not seeming to mind the blood pouring out of her neck. Just another day in the field, honestly.
The 16 will miss, but the 32 does hit.
Indeed. Well, go ahead and put a 4th level Divine Smite in for him.
Ouch.
See how he likes it. He doesn't happen to be an undead or a fiend, right?
He is the only person on the field that is not undead.
That's tragic. Truly.
That's why he doesn't get innate regeneration, though.
Horrible. Level
Oh,
Divine Smite.
3 ones. That's... Okay, so that's 14 plus 6
Your lucky
plus
fireball
17.
used us.
Shut your mouth.
You love me.
Alrighty.
She is going
Right,
to go
not
ahead and reposition so that her warmth is spread to Tori as well. But other than that, that is her.
Alright, last legendary action. He's gonna try to wallop you.
Alright.
That is 26 to hit.
26 just barely hits.
Fucking T4s. 26. It can only be the claw. Okay. For legendary action. You take 6 slashing and are now grappled.
Oh, okay. I can use Glorious Defense to make that miss. I couldn't remember if it was me or another creature.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it is both. So I will instead be attacking it as I deflect its attack. As
Doodly
it comes
doodly.
to lash out, she recoils its strike with her shield and goes in with her flail.
And I forgot you did more than 30 damage to it before. But because I forgot, I will not retcon it. Alrighty. 19. Now it's the retainer's turn. Unfortunately, the vampire retainer made the save despite being restrained. But he is still restrained. Oh wait, no, at the start of his turn, he gets a little bit more HP. Hey! Still looks very damaged, but now not as much. He's gonna come over and he's gonna try to bite Thwomp with disadvantage Gluria.
Don't you dare.
The bite misses. The Thwomp is... Wait, no, I forgot this. I forgot this is Gluria. She's got...
I will hit you. I will wake up and hit you.
she's got not a very good AC. So the bite does hit. And he bites into her. And both you, Tori, and Gluria take 10 piercing damage. And only 5 necrotic damage. And your max reduces by 5. Meanwhile, he, from making a melee attack within 5 feet of Gluria, takes 12 acid damage and fucking dies.
Damn right.
That is exactly the amount of health he had left. Okay. Yeah,
I'm so proud.
Gluria is not looking too hot. This vampire retainer is going to try to still thwomp the boy. That is a 14 and a 23. So the 23 for the thwomp will hit for 10 bludgeoning damage to Joy and Christopher. And
Thwomp the boy.
a Constitution saving throw from Christopher. Okay, he
Surely
is...
we can let him go on Chris a little bit. Just give you a healing potion.
And he has passed. Alrighty. Joy, now your turn. Joy, you were kind of like at the epicenter of all the shit for like 2 rounds there.
Yeah. And now, all Christopher hears are the heels clacking as Joy runs up behind him.
She's got the runway strut going on.
Yeah. And then, right as Joy passes him, he goes, "Son of a bitch!" and strikes at this guy with all of the fury of 2 wasted rounds.
Do you want to do anything as a bonus action before you strike?
Yes. I do. Thanks for asking. So consider it. I'm gonna put my I'm gonna put my Right of the Dawn on my vicious sword.
Wow.
Wow.
How much damage does Christopher take?
It's a great question.
A lot.
2.
2. Burns a little. I have tickled.
Wait. That is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, it's. And did you want to do anything to the attack after you hit? Or are you saving all of this?
I mean, I might as well.
Might as well show. But
All the fury of 2 wasted rounds, right?
All of the fury of 2 wasted rounds. Fuck around and find out.
Like, you ran the entire rainbow of the incapacitation conditions.
Yeah, I really did.
So many dice.
So many fucking dice, dude. So many dice in so many different fucking places.
listening to your mouth click away gives me immense joy.
It is 8d6 of psychic, 1d8 of piercing, plus your strength, plus the bonuses of that, plus an additional 1d6 of radiant, for a total of 9d6. Oh, and you also have the frost brand for an additional.
Alright, so...
Oh wait, no, that is the...
4
crunch
radiant, 15 psychic, and 17 slashing. And that's my first hit.
Do. Should be 5d6, not 3d6. Because you're at least 10th level Whispers Bard, right?
I am 13th.
You're 13th, so yeah, that would be 5d6 rather than 3d6.
Hot diggity damn. The
So you
more
get
know.
two more of those.
2 more whole d6. Wow.
Just for you.
Just for me. Wowza.
And what-
So 15 plus 7 is a number.
15
22.
plus 7, 22 plus 4, 26. And what was the weapons damage?
17.
17,
41. No,
43.
I was close.
That hurt a lot. He's very bloody.
Great. Love to hear it. I'm gonna do it again.
Drink his blood.
Don't drink their blood. They have disgusting blood.
I'm
That's
losing my
19 to
blood.
hit.
Tori has also been in the shitter for a while.
19 to hit.
19 does hit, yes.
Alright.
Unfortunately, Psychic Blades is only once per turn, but the Crimson Right is not.
14 plus 1.
14 plus 1, so 15.
Yes.
Alrighty, this guy looks like he's barely hanging on.
That's it.
Alrighty. Vampire Witch stunned. She takes only 4 acid damage. I have wildly changed the gender of this person during the course of this thing. And at the end of their turn, she's no longer stunned. They are no longer stunned. It is no longer stunned. Discovery, it is your turn.
Oh sweet. Well, no. Let's see if I can hit this time. No one's holding any spells, right? Yeah, I don't think anyone's holding any spells. So we're just gonna try to booming 9 lives this guy in front of me.
Yeah, that hits. You get it. You got it.
23 currently. That's if it moves, it gets another 8. But
It's not moving anymore for some reason.
oh, that's lovely. You love that for me. I don't want to get close to Dad, so we're not gonna get close to Dad.
Are you sure?
I wouldn't recommend it.
It might remember it has legendary actions again.
Yeah. So we'll just pop over here and hide there. Have some flame tongue, please.
An 18. 18. It does have its reaction back, so it is going to shield again.
Bitch. Hey, that's discovery.
That's me.
Tori, you're now only grappled by one creature.
Hey, and I'm no longer stunned anymore.
Yeah, no stun.
I think I take a bit of acid damage though.
Wait, oh wait, yeah, the stun ends at the end of your turn. But no,
Yep.
you were not in the acid spray zone. It was only a 20-foot line.
Oh, then wait. Why did I take 5 damage from before?
That was necrotic damage from Gudria ripping off a portion of herself and throwing it.
Oh, the cost. Okay.
Yeah. She can
Alright.
technically do all of her abilities infinite times.
Until death.
Until death.
No. I lost you once.
Would you like to lose her a second time?
I will kill you. You said scary things. I don't like scary things.
So it doesn't...
That's not my fault.
Ooh, okay. So the Shame Beast is going to try and move back, provoking an attack of opportunity from Akate.
I will take it.
This
Yeah, that hurts. That'll hit it.
And let's spice it.
You'll-
No second level. Gotta spice it up, you know.
Careful for it to
You
do
wish to
30
do-
damage.
Alrighty. So-
Let's see it do it again.
Alrighty.
Go ahead.
Oh wait, you did not have a reaction. You used your glorious thingy to use your reaction to not get hit.
Right. So, oh, a tragedy.
Never mind.
That smites for later then. A preview, one might say.
Of what may come.
Tori, you actually can get an attack of opportunity because it's leaving you there. It's at disadvantage, unfortunately.
Sure.
Would
Mm,
Amiri have got one?
Emir would have gotten one, yes. At disadvantage because Ymir is still prone.
Yeah.
True. Okay.
That missed, but hold on. Is this a reaction to use?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Once per short rest, if I miss with an attack, I can roll again with advantage, making it normal.
Ooh.
Ah, but that misses.
Yeah.
Alright, that's me though.
It's gonna go back a good distance. Wait, how much did it move from?
It was
Right
here.
Okay, yeah, so that is... And unfortunately, it cannot also get Lady Aconite. Although that would suck a lot. Get hit with an AoE spell, take the damage twice.
Ow.
Let me make sure I
don't
measured
suppose
this
it's
correctly.
something I could counterspell, is it?
No. None of my creatures have counterspell, and none of them can be counterspelled.
Yeah, and I don't even have it prepared because you did put something to that effect in. And I was like, okay, we'll just remove that spell off the prepared spells.
So it is a 60-foot cone. So everybody there, I need a Constitution saving throw from.
How much is your bonus, Sakate?
+2.
Oh, that's a 5!
Yaha!
Okay,
I know I should be so
you,
happy about
16,
that, but like,
Discovery. Okay, so Discovery, you pass. Tori, you fail. Akate, you fail. The Burb. This uses its Constitution rather than its Strength. So the Burb would succeed. Because the DC is lower on this than it is on its regular Screech. In fact, you just barely passed it.
Ahaha!
As everybody within that cone, and actually let me roll for the Vampire Witch as well. Fail. Alright, everybody in that cone takes 41 thunder damage.
everyone?
Yeah. Except Discovery, who passed, you take 20. And it also takes 20 thunder damage, and goes mute. It is now mute. Now it looks like it's left gasping for air.
Tori unfortunately goes down. What happens to Gluria?
So you activate her once a day effect. Gluria looks like she is about to fall and disperse into the ground when suddenly, chink! And Tori, you feel really cold. Tori, you are now incapacitated and frozen as Gluria goes back up to 1 HP as an ice cube.
Oh my god, that's
So Gloria's okay.
And you are too, technically.
I-
'Cause you
Okay.
also now are at 1. You just have a movement speed of 0 and you are incapacitated.
Alright.
Lady Aconite's turn. She is going to bonus action, try to squeeze the life. That last vampire guy. That is a 19. She rolls 16 necrotic damage. They are resistant to that. He is looking very bad, and he's now restrained. And then... God, what is the best thing that you got? Alrighty. She's going to go over here, and fucking why is all of your bullshit necrotic?
She was a vampire.
She was a vampire! Everything she does is necrotic, so she comes over here, and you see her fingernails grow out really super long, and she slashes at this guy. It's a 27, she hits. She does 7 slashing damage, but unfortunately he's large size, so she can't grapple him. She's then gonna come over and she's gonna try to bite into him. That's a 22, that hits. She does fucking 8 piercing damage. And halved to 4 necrotic damage. And that is her go. Oh wait, Discovery, you gain 4 HP because Lady Aconite has healed herself by 4 HP from biting.
And now I'm only down 50 hit points.
Yeah, that guy's dead. Gooby, at the end of her turn, she's no longer incapacitated, she's in liquid state. And
Am I
at
no
1
longer
HP,
incapac-
you are no longer incapacitated.
But I am still grappled by this dang person.
No, that person got stunned. I don't think they can hold the grapple when they're incapped.
I mean, it does.
I think
It's-
it ends, right?
I thought it.
I mean, I'm totally down for that.
Yeah, yeah. I'll count incapacitation as losing grapple because I would say your arms go limp.
Hey, sounds
Yeah.
good.
I don't have the energy to look that up right now. Christopher is going to once again take out his dagger, and it's restrained. And it's kind of like popping a balloon. Just chink.
Or, smashing a mosquito.
Yeah. He's more like the mosquito, to be honest. As he takes out his really thin dagger and stabs this guy in the head.
Oh,
Uh,
delicious brain juice.
The guy takes 5 of that, 5 piercing, 3 radiant, did not need to smite. The guy dies. Because he reduced a creature to 0, he, and by extension you, Joy, gain 12 temporary hit points.
Ah, that's incredible.
Ekate, your turn.
That is me, and Hekate will wipe the blood from the corner of her mouth and is going to give chase to the beast. Leaping over the dead bodies and whatnot to chase it down, and she is incredibly fast and will in fact be attacking him again. Twice, of course.
The 19 will just barely miss, but the 32 once again hits.
Alright. Well, I think you know what time it is now. 3rd level Divine Smite this time.
I will save you your resources by saying you would have seen that the 16 plus 5, 21 kills this creature. It had 19 health left.
I think it's one solid whack to the head that sends him piling to the ground. Then she'll use the last 5 feet of her movement to turn this way and is staring down with a feral look in her eye. This fella. But that's her.
Alrighty, retainers are dead. Joy, it is your turn. Is Cheese alive?
Yes.
I'm good. I'd hate to have to go to whatever afterlife you found yourself to rescue you.
Crazy. Bop.
Boop, bop, a bippity bap. Boom, bop, bippity bap.
24 to bop the witch lady.
Bop the witch thing. Yes, that hits. Witch lady, man, person,
Which whatever the fuck.
corpse. I don't know. It's got resting bitch face and long hair. Androgynous undead vampire thing.
Plus 14 is 15.
15. That hurts.
We go again. 23.
That hits.
5 plus 16 is 19. Plus
Plus.
Oh?
13.
Oh, you did everything. Well, 13 plus 19 is what?
32.
Wow. How do you want to do this? That was exact health again.
So after Joy watches Chris pop that other dude's head like a mosquito. He very swiftly turns on heel, runs over, tells Discovery to duck, and when she does, he just fucking runs across. Does like a slide with like his arm back, with the sword back, and as he passes her, he just fucking lops her head off.
Yeah, Discovery knows that look in her brother's eyes. She does duck.
Yeah, you duck, Joy, you fly through the air with the greatest of ease, and it's almost like in slow motion. The vampire witch, who looks like she was about to turn and kill Discovery, or try to do great harm to Discovery with possibly little success, suddenly, gets the grimace of, what the fuck are you doing, ducking in front of me? Do you wish to give up? And then just looks up, and there's a blade 3 centimeters from her face slowly closing in as the witch gets to relive every single moment of its undead life in slow motion before, as the blade is slowly entering their brain. As it does so, they stop, blink once, and their brain explodes out the back of their skull, and they fall to the ground.
Okay, out of the back of their skull, so it doesn't coat Discovery and Icar.
No, but it gets Tori.
Yeah, it gets Tori.
Look, I'm sure Tori's fine with that. Discovery would have words. Joy.
You guys have hailed the conquering heroes of everybody's from consumables past. You have looked at doodly-doo.
Potion of speed.
Yes, you guys find a potion of speed, a potion of flying, and various other goodies that you have already written down.
Yes,
Upon your
I have
things.
absolutely written them down.
Meanwhile, Gudria is now going to latch on to the top of this thing's skull. And unless you guys immediately run somewhere, it's just gonna start doing something.
I mean, if Tori's awake, he would like to move over to Gludria, just sit down and just... what are you doing?
And it wouldn't be able to speak to you, but you would feel a warmth around you. Almost as if, like, your insides, your stomach was shrunken like a raisin and slowly begins to fill up once more. Gudria, while she is below half health, can take a creature that has died within the last hour and take a minute to eat their corpse and gain hit points equal to their CR. So over the course of the next minute, she gains 7 HP from eating this retainer.
Would this CR be better?
She went with the closest one. She's not exactly the smartest.
Fair enough. I'll make sure my friend lives.
So you also gain 7.
What do you mean, what is she doing here? Akata shows up wherever she wants. She shows up when she's needed.
And Akate, to give a little bit of context, you actually have been in this place before. In fact, I believe you were on the first expedition with Discovery, weren't you? When you guys went across the bridge of petrification and you went and saw that stone statue of the Sentinel, and you found that he had a mystical shield that was mirror polished. And
Shield I still have.
Yes, the shield you still have, and during the course of this epic quest, it is a +3 shield of reflection. Any radiant damage, any radiant or lightning damage that you take, you can use your reaction to. You can use your reaction to reflect half of it back to the person who inflicted it on you. I don't know how useful that is, but it is at least very much a good flavor item that I'm glad you remembered.
Yeah, I've kept it on her since that game. That's pretty pog.
Yes. So, oh yeah, also it works against gargoyle petrification lasers, but
When would that ever come up?
you broke all of them last time you were here.
Have to be sure.
Yes. And while And unless you guys move out initially, yeah, Gudrio would start to move over to the bigger corpses.
Tori would pick her up and help her.
Yes, so... Oh yes, and to give Akate some context. Akate, you remember that one gentleman that you had a rather fine wrestling match in the city of Zareth Spire against him and his bestial soul-like companions. A man by the name of... I suppose someone think of a man by the name of Skulk Ravage. And the announcer for the Temples of the Beasts, a group of legendary astral warriors who wished to meet a warrior's end so that their souls could return back home. You were still training under them one day. He was teaching you the ways of the 17th level T4 as you were transitioning over. But then one day you woke up and the temple was barren. And you watched as Skulk and that one nitty-picky, prideful goat man, Duval, were whisked off into the sky through the portal that lay above Zareth Spire. Now, I don't know how much Akate knows about the planes and whatnot, but you know that their intention was to be killed by a warrior's death and go back home. And you've seen how the rest of their companions did when you defeated them valiantly in combat. And none of them went through the hole in the sky, so a bit curious and why that was happening, you climbed a magical beanstalk and flurried a weathering of blows of magical vines that lashed out. No, actually, you had a griffin. You flew up.
Yeah.
You had a griffin. You flew up. And found yourself in the midst of this very familiar jade fortress of which you had been one time before. Donning... to make sure, just in case you met any more angry gargoyles, donning your mirror shield, you flew, trying to track down Skulk and Duval. See what has happened to them, as you sensed with your divine sense an overwhelming abyssal energy of pure chaotic, both evil and good, but of so wild in both directions that it ended up being neutral. The sweet and foul stenches run high in this place, and while you were ran high in this place, and you being Akate, you stretched and, well, found yourself going across the bridge once more, finding just one last four-armed gargoyle statue that shot lasers at you. It did not last long, until you found yourself at the top of this cathedral, having been ambushed rather dishonorably by that big fucking bat thing that chokeslammed you through the ceiling.
They give it the proper state. That's all that matters. Well, that was fun. I hope that you stretched before whatever it is you had going on.
Of course we stretched, Akate.
Well, of course, I would have no reason to doubt you. I haven't seen you in quite some time.
Good to see you.
Joy looks very happy to see Akate. Oh my god, Akate, it's been so long. How have you been?
Oh, you're not about as well as any apex predator could be in a world like this.
This is a rather terrible world.
Well, I was going to say it was great, but that works too.
It is pretty good for apex predators. There's lots to hunt.
I suppose.
I mean, did you see that thing? That thing put up quite the fight, and I do love the ones that fight.
Well, yes. I prefer my exploration of ancient temples and such to be less at risk of life and death.
But see, that is why I'm here. I get to do the fighting, and you do the books.
What is true, you do the fights quite well.
And with that, both Lady Aconite and Christopher, after the battle, will just kind of stretch out a little bit, and Christopher goes, "Well, that was a rather unpleasant experience. I felt things today that I wish to never feel again."
Unfortunately, you probably will.
I do see plenty of suffering in my future. And then he kind of like looks over to you, Joy, and it looks like he's about to say something, and then like stops himself in an attempt to be respectful.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell he's still like, even though he's trying to totally simp over you right now, you can tell he still has a little bit of that smirky pride from, just straight up being Christopher. The Aconite, on the other hand, just absolutely does not give a shit. And she says, well, if I had a hat, it would be off to you. You're just as nimble as I remember. And she gives you a very royal and regal, overdramatic, almost sarcastic bow to you, Discovery. I appreciate you avoiding so much damage.
Thank you, I do my best. Am I still bleeding out, by the way?
Good
Yeah.
point.
So, oh yeah. So because I forgot, I'm only going to give you 1, but then that would easily remember you. You lose 4. You find that somebody with a decent amount of medical knowledge might be able to use their action to staunch the bleeding with a medicine check.
That could help.
Please. Joy, I love you, but also I don't want to be numbed on at this moment, so...
Ma'am, I wasn't asking, first of all. Second of all, I said do something about it.
Mhm. I mean, I know you won't actually drink my blood, which just means it's going to waste, so...
Look, I need you to lay down right here.
Now,
Yeah?
I don't know. Lady Aconite is going to incite Akate. Does Akate actually have good medicine?
She has a +6.
She has got a +6? Okay.
Hey, same.
Then,
That's why I'm coming to help.
alrighty, yeah, because Lady Aconite would also help in the form of a guidance towards whoever's going to do this.
Pog. Sure, I'll roll at advantage with a +4 or a
Plus
D4.
D4. Oh, God. Oh, God.
13.
Is that not enough?
13.
Yeah.
Discovery, you bleed out another 3 necrotic points.
Could I try?
And Lady Aconite would say, I greatly appreciate what you're doing, Lady Akate, was it? But because I have a vested interest in this person still continuing to be animate, might I? And she kind of like gives a gentle bow.
I'm sure.
Fine,
Normally
I'm
this
Would a healing-
works.
Just get a potion.
Would it- Would a healing word not fix all of this, or...
Well, it seems that it might replenish the blood, but it's still coming out.
Yes. With
But I
these,
totally got this. Don't worry about it, lady.
and with this, I mean, Joy, you would very much be able to make either, because you're a blood hunter, you would be either history. Yeah, it would be history or nature with advantage. Because you do. Actually, I'm gonna wait until I see the roll.
Oh, so I'm gonna roll now?
Joy could roll history or nature with advantage about this particular bite.
I will roll history.
Could I get help with that? I am highly proficient.
In me.
Yeah, because I would say you would probably know about the. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and. Well, no, Joy already had advantage from Blood Hunter.
Yeah, I kind of already had advantage. I mean, I can roll a third time if you'd like, but I have a 17 and I'm pretty happy with
Okay,
that.
so with a 17, you understand that with certain creatures' bites, especially those really mutated, thrally vampires that were kind of like quadruped and halfway between that weird bat thing, the degenerates, they had a particularly nasty bite whose chunkiness was more akin to that of a bestow curse. You think if it's left unattended, the bleeding will eventually stop, but that's because something worse will take place.
Ooh.
It's because she will run out of blood.
It's because...
Remove curse.
Yes. So remove curse would definitely work.
I actually have that prepped. I think that's what I grabbed instead of counterspell.
Would Huh, if it's a curse kind of thing, would a medicine check even help? They would
Yes,
still be cursed, right?
because I count medicine as the same league as surgery, so if you can quite literally cut out the infection before it spreads, then, and it cut out the infection before it spreads, which is after a minute, then, I'm going to tell you right now that Discovery, you get that remove curse off and you no longer have to worry about it. After a minute, you stop taking necrotic damage because you start taking exhaustion levels.
Oh. So, what would Discovery like? Would you like to do the remove curse, or would you like to try and get another medicine?
I will just do the remove curse. Just because, I am sure that you can all do things, but I'm lying down on a dirty floor, and that's not.
I just gotta put some spit on it.
I'm being surrounded
Please don't
by
spit on
people.
my sister.
No, it works. I
Like
swear.
Gudria shows
No.
up right behind you, Discovery, and begins to bubble as if like sulfuric acid.
Hey, that's the
Discovery
spirit.
is scrambling up to her feet, and it's just as she does, there's just like as one of those snopes is the verbal component. She just kind of like brushes herself off. Just like nope, I'm fine. I'm no longer bleeding.
Everybody, please stop trying to spit on my sister. This is getting really weird.
I'm going to hide behind Joy if you don't.
I mean, hey, I'm not one to kink shame or anything like that.
It works, I swear. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Discovery does not
Christopher,
say anything.
I don't think I don't think
that's.
that's a very good thing to say in this situation, Fair Cat Man.
Christopher, I will bring you by your neck.
Yes, and you know what? Once we find a way to get unbound, I will be more than happy to present it. And he kind of like gives a little bit of a bow.
I mean, you do have a small.
I will set you on radiant fire.
Then my sins at that point will one day will finally be cleansed.
Yeah. Don't be a creep towards my brother. Please.
And at this point, like, he breaks into, like, something of an overdramatic Shakespearean nature. Like, he snaps his fingers and, like, fucking prestidigitates a spotlight above him as somehow the surrounding area gets darker. He gets down on one knee, puts a left hand over his sternum, takes his right hand, puts it on the back of his forehead, and he says, "Oh, the sins I have caused and inflicted on this world, especially on the most holy and sacred land that is your brother, I shall never be able to repay. Therefore, I shall do it with. Therefore, I shall pay with my very body."
Stabbed himself in the gut.
You're such a creep. Vicious mockery.
And Joy, you stab yourself in the gut, and he winces and falls over. He falls over.
You mistake.
I don't think he's gonna succeed that. Joy, you take 11 psychic.
14 damage.
Joy, you take 14 and then 11 psychic damage for 25 total. As it adds to his performance, as it makes it like 1,000 times more authentic. Like, oh, yes, the darkness. It's setting in. I feel the cold sting of my sins weighing upon my back.
My God!
My man.
What spell is helpful here? I
mean,
don't have a
silence.
silence. I don't have it.
My dude.
I wish I could.
Have you tried just saying sorry?
And he crawls on his hands and knees to Akate and kind of like grabs you by the lower lapels of your upper breastplate of your armor, and he says, "I'm a terrible man who's done terrible things. I just ask that, although it be a selfish request of mine, when I do finally perish, would you bury my body in my homeland?"
No.
Where do you live?
Actually, that would probably be very difficult now that I think about it.
I mean,
I can set you on fire normally.
Yes. If you turn my body to ash and scatter me by the four winds, so that I am carried by the god Zephyr himself, to reside over the firmaments of the heavens, and am able to look over the land one last time before my consciousness fades into eternity.
If you stop being dramatic, I'll consider it.
And he kind of gets up, he says, "Ah, yes, but I understand you want to hurt me, but you can do that more with your words than physical actions," as he pats his stomach. And, oh god, how much of this does he have left? Yeah, he pats his stomach and puts the last 30 he's got into healing him his gut, and therefore also you. At the very least, I hope you found it a little bit... At the very least, I hope you found it even just the slightest bit comical, as he is going to... Let me try. 5.
Try slightly.
Joy is going to cast a 2nd level healing word, or a 3rd level, I guess, healing word on himself.
Whoops.
If Tori here is like, oh, that's
14. So we're gonna heal 14 more.
If it's any solace, I mean, those of you who don't absolutely hate Christopher, it was a relatively good performance.
Oh, for sure. After Christopher says, like, I hope you at least found that comical, Tori would be from like, man, this guy's weird. Like, oh, dude, that was an act. That was actually pretty good, actually, then.
And Lady
Came on a bit strong, though, dude.
No, don't
And you see him, he like giggles, but then stops himself before saying anything further.
Please don't encourage him. My life is suffering enough as it is.
Fair swashbuckling Catman, I do admire your resolve and your commitment to that. I should say, apologies, I don't mean to any offense, but strange blob creature is rather admirable.
It's, I guess it's just a bit selfish on my part. I left a friend behind. I don't want to do it again.
And he kind of, nods to that and goes, actually, let me give you access to be able to manipulate the token that is Gooby.
Luria.
Well, it is Gluria, but this present form I'm referring to as Gooby because otherwise things may get more complicated later.
Interesting. Got it.
Alrighty. So let me just drag out this new token, delete this. Oh, wow, why is it so big?
Because she just ate.
She just ate so many people.
Is this stairs or a ladder or some place to get away from Christopher?
It is. It is meant to be stairs. And I do say, his grossness is more of me personally being horrible at role-playing this type of character. I'm trying to go really hard into corny and very, well, might say cheesy.
You were doing great. This is me as a sister going, ew, someone being attracted to a sibling, ew. Gross!
Try less is more.
Less is...
I think they listened, but I think you spoke too much.
Spoke too much. Should show by actions. That is a rather wise word, Master Tori.
I did hear that a picture's worth 1,000 words. Try and paint a picture with your actions.
Do the stairs go up or down?
The stairs do go up.
Wait, weren't we trying to go down?
Oh, you guys went down to get here.
Oh, that's true.
Right, let's go.
Alrighty, let me close like the 7,000 tabs I had open for that fight real quick.
It is a silly question to ask me. Of course, every day, multiple times a day. I have to do it more so often now. These scars are starting to hurt my old bones.
Surely you're not that old, Akate.
Well, I'm probably not your age.
Well, probably not.
No, but I'm getting up there in my years.
No.
I
I
d-
couldn't tell.
I don't suppose you've considered a short stint as a denizen of the immortal. It does wonders for the skin. And Lady Aconite would kind of like rub her right cheek.
Do not wish to be here longer than intended.
Well, definitely, and I do understand that.
Oh. I like this place.
Yes.
This reminds me of home, actually.
And with that, I will say, just for a little bit of context from this particular map, you guys don't immediately teleport here, but this is the next destination by which you will arrive. As Discovery, the entire group begins walking upwards, but you in particular are starting to begin to recognize a lot of the surrounding area a bit more. It still is fairly changed, and you don't remember that there were so many damn corpses everywhere before the change. But from what you can tell, these corpses look very, very, very old, like long past since dried, mummified, like no blood whatsoever. Even dried bloodstains no longer hold that red hue that they normally do for quite some time. But this entire place just radiates this energy of gloom and doom, especially since there's about 14,000 flights of stairs that the party has to go up through to get to here. It takes you a good hour of merely climbing stairs before you guys finally get to what appears to be the top of this particular section, to where you see what lies before you. This is what looks like to have been a battleground at one point, perhaps a point of stronghold. That once people were able to go out along the walls and the battlements to reinforce from defenders, as behind you see the outer rim of the fortress itself, as well as the dilapidated fortress walls that only really cover a third of the Jade Fortress anymore. Within you see, well, a number of broken down pillars and granite walkways, crumbling ruins, as along with the many, like I would say about hundreds at this point, decayed bodies that are just kind of strewn about everywhere. One place in particular that is of note, or at least I should say two places, and this map doesn't particularly do it justice because I have difficulty finding exact maps, but is this place at the very center. There appears to be a lot of bodies huddled around something that you can't quite see underneath. It looks rather large, so you can tell there's an object there, but because of the sheer amount of mummified corpses on top of it, it's hard to get any details from where you're presently standing. And behind that, there is a large, very rusted cast iron gate that has several large holes bent into it that seems to lead further into the fortress proper. Oh, go ahead.
I don't suppose we see any direct, like, a way across.
So from...
Or, like, across and down, I should say.
So I will say that the stairs that you were walking up did bring you up over here. Basically, like, you were down here in the center pit, you climbed up these stairs, you went across, came back, went through these stairs that then brought you up to this level. This level, there doesn't seem any stairs that lead to this rim and the thing behind it necessarily, but on this top level you do see that there's kind of like this broken, dilapidated pillar that's, you would say, barely holding itself up. You'd see this bridge that's, it's only about a 20-foot jump to the nearest side over there. This part is really broken down, but if you really wanted to get across, as far as stability, to safely make it across, this is about a 20-foot jump over here. Alternatively, if you're feeling rather light today, this particular area looks like it could support a relatively light creature, but beyond that, it's a little bit difficult just because of the sheer dilapidation of this area from so many years of neglect.
How steady does this... How solid does right here look?
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Yay. Yes. 20.
So you could see it really wouldn't support the weight of any manner of large creature, but there shouldn't be, at least up to that point on this bridge, there shouldn't be a problem with any medium creature stepping on, even one that's especially heavy, unless they're like 600 pounds or more.
I don't know how you all are thinking of it, but we're just... Sam and I are just going... Sam's going to fly over, and I'm just going to sit here and... Misty stuff.
Oh, well. You guys need to be delivered to the other side.
It looks like an easy jump.
And then I'd like to start investigating the corpse pile, please.
Neat. Alrighty.
But they're figuring out how to get over there. I trust them. Joy can fly. It's fine.
Definitely.
Can probably save my ass if I do something too stupid.
So, with this particular corpse pile, are you just looking at it, or are you like starting to dig through corpses, trying to get to the center thing?
No touching yet, just kinda... Discovery is short, so she's just kind of bobbing and weaving, trying to like see over the pile, see through the pile. No touching yet.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll
Yeah.
me either investigation or insight.
Investigation. Motherfucker.
Jesus.
So these... Go ahead.
Look, no. Much better.
And the second one was from Lucky?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So with your...
My last luck point, I did not want to win on that.
Yeah. Alrighty. So 23, that's really good. You come over here and you begin investigating and searching the corpse pile. You do notice it is rather strange. Like, instead of just like haphazardly being piled on like you think, a mass burial would be, these people all seem to have died... what is the proper adjective for it? Adjective might not be the right word.
Sacrifice?
They seem to be very
Lamb.
desperately clamoring towards this specific item, all having their hands on it, and you actually, with that 23, you do notice that there are a couple of scratch marks on the top of it, like they were trying so hard to get inside of it, or to grab onto it, or grasp at it, that they were digging their nails into it to create scratches in the very stone itself. However, from what you can see of all the bodies, none of them were successful in doing it.